Alright everybody, welcome back to another World of Tanks video. It feels like a long time since I've done a video like this. I usually try to get the dialogue between platoon mates in with the video as well, but of course for this video, inconveniently enough, I didn't have my screen recording software going on, and that's because I wasn't really expecting much out of this battle. We are playing in the Panzer KPFW-7, or the Panzer 7 for short. And I've had very mediocre results with this tank, so that's why I didn't even bother turning it on at this point. Because, well, I just got into it because my platoon mates were playing tier 10 heavies, and this was the only actual heavy that I have, and here we are. So we're on assault mode, and we are up as the attackers, so we have a job to do in getting through all of these enemy heavies. I'm gonna fall in beside my platoon mate's AMX M454 here and hide behind this bush and wait to get some snipes in on any heavies that try to peek too far past this boulder here. You can see our other platoon mate, the Kranvan, he went up behind the tracks to use his excellent gun depression over the rails there, which puts up a nice crossfire between the three of us. Now it's just a matter of waiting and getting those shots in. Now the reason I haven't had really good results with this tank is because for the longest time there's a nice shot. I had been treating it as a side scraper, which is, with the rear mounted turret, you would kind of expect that. But that hasn't really been working for me because, unbeknownst to me when I got this tank, there are some pretty severe weak spots on the sides of the tank, specifically where the turret meets the actual body of the tank. There are two wings on the body that kind of jut out, and those are really weak. Now this Char Tier 4 comes around and my platoon mate agrees to take care of him and take care of that flank so I can focus on firing at these heavies. And so that's what we're going to do. This T-57 has other problems, namely the Kranvan in the platoon, and that takes care of that. I move up a little bit here, but as I was saying, because of those really weak spots, I can't really treat this like a side scraper the way I was originally planning to when I got it. So that leaves me at a bit of an impasse on what do I actually do with this. And for this battle, the best thing that I could come up with is the frontal armor is still quite excellent. And so the best thing I can do is when I'm going into fight, I have to drive forward, angle my front plate a little bit. Of course, I dirt my shot there on the Kranvan into the dirt. Angle my front armor and then just drive out far enough with these low hills here so that I can actually take those shots. Because as you can see, I haven't taken any. That shot went right onto my... Wow, I cannot talk today. Because as you can see, that shot didn't go through. If I angle my front armor well enough, that should be the case. Unless you hit the soft spots, which is obviously what that Jagdee Tiger did. Now the AMX M454's reload is a lot faster than this VK or Panzer 7's reload is, which makes his DPM quite a bit better. He is, at this point, I think he's at close to 4,000 damage already, and I am at not even 2,000. I bounced another shot from the Kranvan, but I also bounced my shot on him. Now here the AMX gets caught out as the VZ unloads his clip into him, and he is toast. But we'll take a look at the damage charts later to see how well he could actually perform, even though he died this early in the battle. We are not even halfway through the battle time yet, and now we are kind of getting somewhere. We're at 2,200 damage. Now that VZ I have to be kind of wary of. Luckily, he hits the dirt with his shot as I'm backing up, not having taken enough time to fully load in. And of course I dirt my shot in return. Now I believe as I move up here, there is a tortoise that appears. Yeah, there he is. And I know I can't in any way penetrate his regular armor on the front. He has excellent frontal armor. So I take my sweet time and aim in on his captain's hatch, and that worked out very well for me. I'm still kind of leery about this Kranvan, and of course as I back up trying to take the shot, he backs up as well, and I put another shot into his track without doing any damage. Now I know he's on reload, so I'm going to try to move up, but of course just then the Kranvan moves up, and I do not want to get caught out with him and his whole clip full of shots, so I back up, get over my terrible gun depression, and put a shot into his track, which tracks him, and I get a little bit of... oh, I don't even get any assistance there. But hopefully that used up his repair kit. For a while, at least. Now we know we can move up as tanks are on reload. We're going to let that T-30 do an excellent job cleaning up the Tortoise, leaving us open to come up against this E-75. Now I remember again my terrible side scraping capabilities, so I just charge in a forward and put a shot into that VZ in the back. Now the T-32 is taking some bad trades, but luckily he's being the meat shield and I can come back in and clean up the E-75. I'm told by my platoon mate at this point, the AMX M454 driver, that both the VZs are on reload, so I can just sit out in the open and aim in my shots, and off we go. Cleaned up there, but now the VZ gets the T-30, and now it's my turn to push up even more. I'm using these dead tanks as shielding from if that 50 TP should push up. And now the VZ is once again on reload. So I'm just going to stay right here in a pretty secure spot and try to clean this guy up. Of course, I missed my shot again. Typical, he gets a shot into me, but then tracks me on the second shot, and that is that. We are now at 5.2k damage and 2400 damage blocked. Our low health Kranvan platoon mate is just charging in and getting his clip emptied into the 50, which if he hits them. And now we are going to try to snipe that 50 TP's captain's hatch and do a terrible job of it in the process. But with him out of the way, now we can set our sights on base. We have less than 2 minutes remaining, so we have to kind of finish this game before it finishes itself. And I can see that the guerrilla really wants to move up, so I'm going to aim in and take the shot. And there we go. The team is pushing in, and we are just about done here. I think that's it for damage on my part. But as you can see, I'm very surprised at the amount of damage I was able to put out in the performance I had. Almost 5.8k damage. With assistance, it's 6.2. Or, yeah, 6.2 almost, and then 3,200 blocks. So very good overall battle for me. First class medal, doing very well. Damage charts, the AMX also did 5k, so very good job from the platoon here. And that is it. I hope you guys all have a great day, and thanks for watching.